good morning. I am going to apologize for being late coming on. It wasn't my fault. It was the three men talking about their new boy toy. They all have drones and, they're talking about boy toys, and if Captain Billy J was in here, he would have something to say off on a Friday night type comment. But he's not in here. But that's what was late. They wasn't looking at the clock where, and they were talking about boy toys.
Cheryl kept doing this.
They're man toys. They're man toys.
Get it right. Yeah, man toys.
Whatever. So they all got drones. So expect some drone footage from these guys on their channels. And anyway, I want to welcome everybody in. And I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but I wasn't feeling well. I got some issues going on, and some mornings the issues overpower the body. And I want to thank Eddie for this too, because we use this right here at the desk. We use this. So anyway, y'all better go over there. Eddie got a lot of swag. Y'all better go over there and look at his merchandise, because he's got a lot of stuff over there that you can use around the house.
Yep.
So anyway, guys, welcome in and take it away, guys.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I am Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Up top, we got Eddie and Scott. Welcome into the replay. If you are here for the replay, please indicate in the comments section by typing in those magical words, #replay. But if you're here right now, good morning and welcome into the shenanigans. First up in the chat is yo, good morning, everyone. Hit that like button. Eddie Lugo Studios has made it in. Good morning. Next up in the chat is Jeremy and Sheryl Cruise Adventures. Hey, babe.
Hey.
Good morning,
Texas.
Next up in the chat is Kathy Mills. Good morning.
Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning.
And I'm so waiting to meet you in October. God, it's going to be
That's
fun.
right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Bamanola Adventures made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Bama is gator bait.
Bama's Gator Bait. Uh-oh.
That's right.
You have an encounter of the first kind. We got Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, who has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh,
And I did look at the message, Mike, that you sent. That was nice.
Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
How you feeling, Keith? You doing okay?
That's a good question. And
What's wrong with Keith? Wait, what's wrong with Keith?
he
Keith
was
is
in
sick?
the hospital the other day.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
He
What's
spent a
going
few
on with
days
Keith?
in the hospital.
Yes.
He spent a few days in the hospital.
Yeah. And Tanisha has made it in this morning from Leonard Family Fun. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I saw he was doing too much of that.
and Tanisha is letting us know the day of the day. Thank you so much for keeping that up right here. National Comfy Day.
Ooh.
That
National.
means go get in the bed.
No, but first you
Yes,
got to
that's
get a
what I
muffin
mean.
because it's National Muffin Day.
Oh, so I
Ooh,
can
yes.
eat
With
muffin,
apples on it.
a
Oh,
chocolate
yes.
muffin. And then after I eat my chocolate muffin, I
There
can
you
go.
No. Wait a minute. It's also National Cherry Pie Day
Alice would love that. You
And-
have it.
and National Leadership Day.
What is that?
Oh, Elijah would like that because he's a leader. He likes
Every day is National Mania Shopping Delivery Day.
Yes. But I have to admit, I have not. Well, yes, I did. I did shop when we got back, but I haven't shopped for me. Last night was the first time I shopped for me and the kids. So,
Yeah, I saw that cart.
oh
I
my
shop
God.
for everybody.
We're going to need a pallet jack for that one.
I do. I shop for me and the kids.
Every day is you get a package and you get a package and you
Right.
get
I do. I shop for Grace and Elijah and Hannah. Oh my
Oh
God.
my Lord.
Speaking of shopping, there is some more drone discussion happening here. Tanisha says, "Ooh, get them, Cheryl." Well, I want to drone myself. Share your drone talk, guys.
Oh,
Drones are amazing.
Yes, they are.
I have had a drone. Like I had one of the very first drones was the DJI Phantom 3, right?
Mhm.
So very old. And then I had the Phantom 4 and I had the Mavics and everything else. So I've had drones for a long time. They are just fantastic and I love them.
And I went out into the parking lot yesterday with my first, y'all know how paranoid and scared of everything I am, right?
Right.
Well, the gauntlet has been laid down, and this is my little baby now. It's so easy. The DJI Mini 2 SD is what this is, and it's so easy. Like there's a auto takeoff and an auto landing and all of that good stuff, and there's safety this and there's safety that, but for the most part it's being able to watch the screen and operate the thing. I'm watching the actual drone as I'm flying it. I think that might be mistake number one. I got to train my eyes to stay on the screen instead of the drone itself. But yeah, you can get some epic shots for your channel with this thing. It really is easy to operate once you get it up in the air. Opening it was super easy. It's just, I mean, it's all around good drone, and this is the one that weighs less than 250 grams, so anybody can fly it. You don't need
you don't need a license for anything that's
for it.
under 250. And isn't it coincidental that the SE just happens to be 249?
Yeah, they kind of
249.
They kind of and I think adding the SD card might add that extra gram. I'm
actually,
paranoid of everything.
Listen, I have the DJI Mini 4 Pro,
right?
Okay, and it's about the same size as the SE.
Mm-hmm.
And with the standard battery, it is also 249 grams. But there is an extended life battery that you can buy for that. The battery itself is no bigger. It just, for some reason, has more juice, capabilities.
Mm-hmm.
And it's heavier. And it pushes it over the 249 or the 250. I think it's like 252 or 253 with the extended battery. So if that's the case, you need a license.
Mm.
So,
Cruise Nuts has made it in the house, and they know some things about drones as well.
Yes,
if you have ever, oh, cool. Keith is much better and home now. That'll work.
Good.
Hopefully you can move. Yahoo! There we go.
And Eddie has a premiere coming up next month, and man, I did everything I could to get that premiere to play before next month. I said, why do I have to wait? I want to see it. It's like
every Saturday, the following weekends, every Saturday evening, somewhere around between 7 and 8, they're gonna be out. Every Saturday, you're gonna have a premiere. And if there's if you have anything else part of that premiere, it will be showing on a premiere on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. To follow the same day. Because I'm dividing it by days, day 1, day 2, day 3, until 7. And let's say some show happened that night before, I have it the next day on Sunday, the entire show. So for everybody to see.
Okay, Eddie, I need to call in an audible on this one. This Cajun word for today.
Decatur?
I don't know what it is. I just tried to Google it, but even Google couldn't translate that.
Decatur.
But while y'all figuring it out, let me tell you, we had fun. I'm still talking about the Prima because I'm waiting on Eddie's birthday celebration, because we were all there. We were sitting with some people that Scott was talking to, and they were from the Mideast, I think, or somewhere up there.
I was talking to people on the Prima.
Yes, well, always.
That whole week was just a blur.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Okay, Mike Arietta says it is National Temu Delivery Day for Cheryl.
I wish. I
I
wish.
refuse to call it Temu.
And speaking of good drone pilots right here, Cruising with Calandra has made it in. You made it to the right show because that is why I watch your channel, is because of all of the amazing drone footage you got coming out. Oh my God. Yes,
Cruise Nuts too.
Yeah, Cruise Nuts too, but Cruising with Calandra, a lot of drone footage coming out. It says, Cheryl, I think a drone is a good idea coming from a professional drone pilot. The aerial view of everything of everything changes the way you look at the world.
Yes, it
And you know
does.
what?
Sure does.
It is. Because he came in last night from going out there practicing, or I don't know, practicing is the right word. And I saw a beautiful view of over here.
Yeah, it's like we were on the third floor because I didn't go past the roof line. Like I went up about 60 feet and stayed there and just like did a 360 and came on back down.
and then he came in and he said, "Man, that thing is fast."
It is fast, but
he wasn't even in sport mode.
What my nervousness is setting it too far up. I don't know how up is too far up. I don't know the regulations.
Well, first of all, it should already be preset in the software. However, when you do get to, it's 400 feet, right? In Imperial, right?
Oh my
So
God.
it's 400 feet. So when you get to, I don't know, about 400 or so, the software is going to speak to you and it's going to say maximum flight altitude reached.
Wow.
And then you'll know. Now, can you go higher? Of course you can, because this is America, everybody.
Right.
So yes, you can. And you can even go into the software and recalibrate that maximum flight altitude beyond 400 feet if you dare. But it is automatically set at the FAA regulation when you get it, and it'll tell you when you've reached it.
And they said advice: start small and work your way up.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I did. I flew it like head level and I walked along with it. I went around a little corner, went up about 60 feet, did a 360, came back down. But otherwise, I was just like letting the kids race it like a foot race with the drone in the parking lot. We had a lot of fun.
Every time you take it, every time you fly, you'll get a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more comfortable. And the next thing you know, you'll be able to whip that thing out, take off, and just go. And immediately start doing your shots. Now, for me, on a cinematic drone, I always fly high, and I use my my Avata, my FPV drone, for flying low and doing that kind of footage. But for a cinematic drone, I usually am always up very close to the maximum altitude. So.
Yep. And they say that's a great starter drone. It is
a great starter drone.
Cruising with Keith says, I want to get a drone, but Carnival does not allow it.
Yeah, I mean, more and more, they're not allowing it on the private islands. So you're not, not allowed to take it off of the ship at a private island and fly it around the private island. But, and there are some countries too that you can't fly it in, but, so I personally don't take mine with me on the cruises.
Right.
I wish I could. I wish that it would just be, I could just take it and just do whatever I wanted. Certainly I wouldn't try to fly it when I was on the ship.
Right.
But I just wish I could just take it with me, keep it with me. And when I get off the ship in the port, do it. And then, and do my own research on that port's regulations for it. But a lot of times the cruise ships, if they detect it in your bag, they will take it, keep it at guest services. And then you have to go to guest services and check it out and then check it back in when you come in. It's a hassle. So I just choose not to do it.
OCV has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Ross,
Yes, and he says, Cheryl, your Temu truckload delivery has left the Long Beach port and should be delivered on Thursday morning.
Oh, you know what? I haven't placed the order yet. I just shopped yet last night. That was my first time shopping since I've been back from the Prima. Was last night.
Right.
wow.
Oh, snap. Scott Smith has made it in. Driving and listening. Good morning.
Good morning.
April Showers Network.
Hey.
Hey.
Good morning.
It says, good morning. I am 29 days from my first cruise on the Carnival Sunshine. That will work
Nice.
right there. Yes.
Yahoo. And
First
you know
time
what?
cruiser.
You are going to love it. And if you have any questions,
Yep.
put them in here.
Put them in the comments.
Put them in the comments.
Or in
and
the chat. Yeah.
yes.
We will answer it.
Yes.
Yep.
And you should be able
Because you got
to
carnival experts down below here.
whatever.
Yes, we do. I'm trying.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot about carnival. I'm only platinum.
Oh yeah, I'm just platinum too, but I know a lot about Carnival.
And it says also look at getting a license if you start posting a lot on your channel, less issues.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Less issues if you happen to be, like if you happen to be one of those people who fly in places you're not supposed to fly in. Okay. And then there's video evidence of it on your public channel, then you could be in trouble. But if you're flying where there's no restrictions, you have nothing to worry about, and a license would not be necessary.
Right
here, like in the backyard or whatever.
Well, they hit me with one because on the screen, because we're close to a regional airport, I had to agree not to fly into it.
Exactly.
And it's, I mean, it's all the way across the water over there. I don't know why they would mess with me. Like we're about a half a mile away from the airport.
And listen, I'm in an FAA level 4 warning zone too, and it tells me about it when I am about to take off, and I'm already aware of it, and I know what I'm doing, and I don't, it's not a problem. So
yep. And Orange Cone says my Autel Evo 2 weighs 1150, and Cruise Nut said that the Autel Evo Max 4T drone is the best. I don't know.
I mean, I know about the other drones out there. I've just only ever owned and flown DJI drones, just because DJI drones are kind of foolproof when it comes to stuff. I mean, I've learned a lot, and I've become, I think, a fairly decent pilot. And, I've even crashed into trees and, and got myself out of them and stuff like that or whatever with the Avata. The Avata is really easy to crash. But anyway, but the nice thing about a DJI drone is it connects to satellites. It has an auto return home feature. It has obstacle avoidance. So it really does. It allows you to concentrate as a content creator. Remember, this is about content creation. At least it is for me, right? I mean, there's some fun and some kind of man toy stuff involved in it, right? Okay, but at the same time, it is about content creation for me. And with a DJI drone, there's so much autonomy in it, that I can focus on the content creation and less on flying and keeping the thing in the air and keeping the thing from crashing into something, which is really what it's all about. So that's why I fly DJI drones. So.
And I think once I get it further than 60 feet in the air, then I'll be able to look at the screen and focus on the content as well. I just wanted to, take a couple of test flights, and, it worked. I mean, it really did. It's so easy.
Excited.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love to be able to launch my Phantom 4 or my Mavic, go all the way up, kind of like at this, all the way up close to the maximum at dusk, and then when I would be up there, I would lower the exposure, like on a sunny day, like on a sunset or whatever. I would lower the exposure on the camera and just get these amazing, underexposed sunset shots. I mean, nothing. You could never in a million years get that from standing on the ground with any camera. So.
Yep. All right. Well, let's move right along here. Bamanola said, glad the boss lady is back and feeling better.
Yeah, I do. I feel better than yesterday.
Nassau requires a $30 fee, but it used to be free.
I don't get it. When you could do, you're doing promotion for them for free, and then they want to charge you for it.
Oh, snap. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it. Okay, well, here's an update on Temu here. Orange Cone says Temu can now read your mind and auto order and deliver using generative AI.
Like Amazon. The AI comes on. You thought I was going to say something right. He's gone. But like she can say, give me a notification and say something in your cart has lowered the price.
Right.
Do you want me to add it? Do you think it's time to renew?
Or just simply say buy now.
Buy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does that.
That's
for
that
me.
tricky stuff right there.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Cruising with Calandra says 87 days to the freedom of the seas for me. Can't wait to fly at Coco Cay.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
Yes.
Mm.
All right. Oh, okay. You got a license because it's commercial and you do it for the job.
Oh, okay. Who said that?
Cruising with Calandra.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I have a license because when the drones first came out, you needed it to fly beyond a line of sight.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and most of the drone footage from that channel is coming out of New York City, so you know that it is absolutely spectacular footage. If you have not joined that channel, please do so now. Cruising with Calandra, I need you to do me one big favor. Type in the word #creator in the comments section, and Nightbot will be gracious enough to drop your link. That way everybody can get connected with you.
And see your amazing footage.
Yes, absolutely. All righty. Well, we are all caught up in the chat, and we are running late today. So let's see if any visitors we have in town today, and the answer is no. But we got a good view of the beach, and this is our current situation here in Galveston. We are waking up to 52 degrees with 98% humidity and sunny.
And somebody's searching for lost treasure.
No, I'm searching for the wind speed now.
No, didn't you see that? There was a guy with a metal detector on the beach.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
They do that. That's a big thing down here.
Oh, wow.
Especially at night when everybody's gone off the beach. Well, not everybody, but just the nighttime.
Somebody's
beach
messing with the
goers.
camera. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it back. There's somebody ahead of me. But this is one of those movable cameras that you can do if there's not too many people messing with it.
Uh-oh, look, there's date night.
Yep, Wendy's.
Yeah, you better believe it.
You want to go get a 4-piece?
I don't know. I was
Six.
thinking more
Wait,
like
isn't it 4 for? It's not 4 for 4 anymore, right? It's 4 for 5 now, right?
Yeah, it's 4 for $5. Yeah,
Yeah, it went up $1.
but they don't sell a 6-piece. I wish they had a 6 or even a 10-piece.
Yeah,
You got to buy all these little 4-piece nuggets, man. I don't know.
It's not a
Original.
Well, Wendy's has the best nuggets.
Wendy's has 4-piece specs. The chicken specs.
Okay. If you are still here this afternoon or coming down, we are going to go up to 66 degrees today with 78% humidity and sunny with only 12-mile-an-hour winds. Now I have to include that. Oh my goodness, you have
There's the crumbs from a Chick-fil-A nugget box. The crumbs in the nugget box are bigger than the nugget from Wendy's. The crumbs are
Yes.
I like their fries from Chick-fil-A.
So looking at the ship tracker, where are all of our ships today? They are out and about and having the most wonderful time of their lives. The Breeze is in Cozumel. The Carnival Dream is in Costa Maya. The Jubilee's in Mahogany Bay. The Prima is in Coxon Hull, Roatan, Honduras. The Regal Princess, the Harmony of the Seas, and the Voyager of the Seas are all at sea.
Mhm.
So that's where all of our friends are. And let's see. I'm going to go back over here and see if anybody else. Okay. We got some subbing coming in. Oh, Najuma Brown has made it in. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. And once again, if you are a member of any one of these channels, that's why I'm putting up hearts in the air, because we want to show you guys some extra special attention. We really, really appreciate your membership. And thank you so much. And okay, so we are still caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for everybody's favorite segment of the show, Jeremy Goes Bananas. And welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I attempt to read these hard to pronounce words from back in the day. But on this day in history, February 20th, in the year 1872, the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City opened to the public, and it later became one of the foremost museums in the world.
We've been there.
I got the privilege of visiting just the outside of the building while we were there in New York. And I'm telling you, that's a special feeling, knowing that you're sitting right up on, the Met, and you got this big old park behind it. And
all the food trucks.
All the food trucks. Yes, the food trucks was a major draw for me. Y'all know how I like food. I'm telling you, that's a magical place. Even just sitting on the front steps. You don't have to go inside. You don't got to do nothing. Just sit there. And you will feel New York City all around you. In 1902, Ansel Adams, the most important landscape photographer of the 20th century, was born in San Francisco. In 1909, Italian author Filippo Tommaso Marinetti coined the term futurism in the Parisian newspaper Le Figaro.
And Beth coined the general population.
The gen pop?
Yes. So she needs to be on here as well.
On this day in history?
On this day in history. Because we use it. Gen pop.
Gen pop. Okay. In 1929, the U.S. Congress formally accepted the deeds of secession of Eastern Samoa, forming American Samoa. In 1943, the volcano Paricutin
don't do that.
in Michoacan State, Mexico, erupted, eventually burying 2 villages. In 1976, the Southeast Asia Treaty Organization held its final exercise in Manila and formally ended on June 30th, 1977. In 1986, the Soviet Union launched the core module of the space station Mir. In 2005, American journalist and author Hunter S. Thompson, who created the genre known as gonzo journalism, a highly personal style of reporting that made him a counterculture icon, died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And on a lighter note, born on this day was Rihanna.
And also, if you don't mind telling, my stepdaughter turns 35 today.
Oh, nice. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yahoo. And that will do it for On This Day in History. Oh, snap. Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
So listen, Cheryl, are you drinking fruity grape juice out of that cup?
Oh no, Sprite.
That looks like a fruity grape juice cup.
No, this is Sprite from
It looks like a grape juice cup. You definitely a grape juice cup.
Oh, okay, well that'll work because we do go to New York. Our granddaughter lives in New York City. So we would love to know the good fly spots that you guys take off from.
She's right down from Times Square. She's on the same corner.
When I was just in Nassau, my wife and I were walking to the fish fry. We were about halfway between the port and the fish fry, and we were just standing there, looking out over the water. It was around where the lighthouse is. Standing there looking over the water, and then a Vada flew right over us.
Nice.
Right? So
it might have been Calandra.
Well, no, just tell us about the fish fry in Nassau. I haven't heard about this.
Is that where you ate the fish fry?
Yes. So the fish fry is just an area, It's not a far walk. I'd say it's probably, Cheryl, you could probably do it in like under 4 seconds, but it's probably about 1.5 miles or so. It sounds farther than it really is, right? It's down past Margaritaville and stuff like that. But anyway, it's just an area of Nassau where there are just a collection of restaurants and little like shanties that are selling like conch salads and all kinds of other stuff. It's just known as the fish fry, and so we went down there and had a delightful lunch on the water. It was just a really great day. It was beautiful. And that entire area, like the restaurant is literally sitting on an island made out of conch shells.
Oh, wow.
So you looked out the windows and down and stuff like that. It was just conch shells everywhere. And then, of course, when somebody ordered conch, you could see them go right out to kind of like an outdoor area where they would prep it, where they would extract the conch out of the shell and everything else. So, and then they would just throw the shell onto kind of the ground there. So it was interesting.
Amy has made it back. Hello. Good morning. And
PK Adventures.
oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Mike says Rihanna wasn't born today.
Oh
No, I mean the Barbadian singer that we all know and love, Rihanna.
I don't like it.
That's not Rihanna. That's Rihanna.
Rihanna. Yes, Rihanna. We got to say it right. Okay, here we go. PK Adventure Travels has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
From a chilly Tampa, 52 degrees here. Burr.
I know.
Nah,
That's right.
Nah, not Burr.
Oh, wait a minute. He's going to show us what's there.
Yep. And
This is Burr.
I know, right? 25.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that'll work.
Burr.
Look who made it in. Rob with Cruise Brothers has made it in. Hello.
Hey.
Good morning.
Scott, question for you. When are you going to book the cruise you know I'm going to be on so you can finally get to meet me? Looking forward to your answer.
I don't know what cruise is that.
Mhm.
I thought Rob was going to be on the 2.0.
No, he's coming back from Alaska like a week before then, or a couple of days before then. Yeah. Cruising on the high seas
And travel.
has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
Good morning.
All right, and Cruising with Calandra says a good spot to fly from is right in front of Senior Frogs, right there on the dock.
Gotcha.
Oh, that'll work. CME Traveling. Hey, Kurt, what's going
Good
on?
morning.
What's up?
So, Cody Coat,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. We got, conch fritters. I want to, we keep on talking about the Cuban sandwich and everything, but one thing I failed to do last time we were there in Key West was get the conch fritters.
And good.
And they say that they're good. I don't know. I may try both. I'm gonna get full as hell. Y'all got to like
Roll you back.
roll me back to the ship.
all right.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to be off the port premises, the cruise port premises completely. Okay.
Okay.
Together We Travel has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And Mike and Rihanna, thank you so much for coming in. Have a real good day at work.
Yes. And congratulations on your job.
Absolutely.
About time you lazy bum.
So we are once again caught up in the chat, and y'all know what time it is. It is time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Yes.
Morning cruise news with Scott
And drones.
and drones and grab juice. And drones.
No drones,
Single
but
air.
we are going to see a news clip from CBS about artificial intelligence.
Okay.
But first, a message from our good friends at Carnival. Carnival Cruise Line is upping the efforts against an on-board problem. We all know what it is. Chairs and loungers on the pool decks are in high demand on the cruise ships, particularly during days at sea when many passengers want to enjoy the time in the sun. Carnival Cruise Line brand ambassador John Heald, who is currently on board the Carnival Horizon, has addressed the problem in one of his morning walkies videos around the ship, noting that the cruise line is doing its best to regulate the problem. Cruise members monitoring the pool deck, the chair share team, are placing stickers on the empty chairs that have towel clips to them that otherwise supposedly are being saved with a book or a flip-flop or some other item. The sticker that the crew members are putting on the so-called reserved chair says, notes the time that the sticker was placed and when the personal items are removed. And it reads as follows: we stopped by at whatever that time is and found this chair empty. The sticker reads, hoping you're having a great time, but for the benefits of all, we are limiting how long chairs can be left unattended. We will move your stuff to the towel hut for safekeeping. So crew members fill in the blanks, well, of course, with the appropriate times. The first blank is when the sticker was placed, and the second blank is when it was removed, which is typically 40 minutes later. So
Nice.
all cruise travelers, whether on their first sailing or have enjoyed dozens of cruises over the years, are familiar with this type of seat saving, which can generate bad feelings when someone wants to enjoy the pool but finds that the best seats are taken and no other passengers are nearby. Heald also noted that this is not an uncommon problem or a new occurrence, as it is found on all cruise ships. So I am pleased to hear that Carnival is stepping up their efforts to enforce that. Not that I believe it will deter or change the process in any way, and I wish other cruise lines would do. I do believe that Carnival does a great job at enforcing that. It's like I said, I'm happy to hear that they are doing in even more, giving more effort to it. And I do wish the other cruise lines would do that. So moving on, I have a video I'm going to run here. It's from CBS Morning, and it is about AI being used on cruise ships to cut down on food waste. So here we go.
Environmentalists have been calling on the cruise industry to do more to cut waste. Now, one company is using artificial intelligence to balance its endless buffets with the goal of limiting food waste. CBS News got a special early access to Royal Caribbean's brand new Icon of the Seas and saw how the cruise line hopes to reduce food waste by half. Chris Van Cleve reports from aboard that huge ship.
When the Icon of the Seas set sail on its inaugural voyage last month, the world's biggest cruise ship with a capacity of nearly 10,000 passengers and crew left Miami with more than 130,000 pounds of food, enough to feed a small city for 7 days at more than 40 restaurants, bars, and entertainment venues. And using a new AI system developed by Royal Caribbean, aiming to prevent as much of that food as possible from going to waste.
I think the single biggest thing that any human being can do is not waste food. And I'm super passionate about it.
Lincoln D'Souza is leading the effort to cut Royal Caribbean's food waste in half by 2025. How many meals come out of this kitchen every day?
This is one of our main dining room galleys, so about 2,000 meals.
The new AI system will be able to better predict exactly how much food, down to individual ingredients, a vessel will need for a specific cruise.
Whether it's roast beef in a sandwich or a steak in the dining room, I know exactly how much beef we'll use on a ship in the future as we build this out.
For years now, you've been collecting data, weighing food.
Right.
So you know how much waste is created, and that will give you a forecast as to how much food to bring home.
Exactly right. We'll be able to tell our crew members and our chefs on board the ship exactly how much of a protein they need, what recipes they're going to use them in, which venues they're going to be used for, just based on information like where the ship is going, the historical data as it relates to our guests, the demographics of the guests sailing on that ship.
During its preview sailings, Icon has been utilizing about 86% of its food. That's well within its goals, but that still means thousands of pounds of food gets thrown out. Competitor Carnival says its cruise lines, on average, generate 1.3 pounds of food waste per person per day. Their ships have been outfitted with biodigesters, which convert food waste into a liquid. The company says that system breaks down 90 food put into it, cutting food waste by 35% fleet-wide. For health and safety reasons, once food is put out at a buffet or served, it can't go back into the kitchen, so it's either eaten or thrown away.
We're talking about 50,000 pounds of waste in a week.
University of Michigan professor Greg Keolian has studied food waste.
Biodigesters can help reduce food waste, but we really want to avoid the generation of the food waste in the first place. And so using AI as a strategy is very innovative.
But not all unused food gets thrown out on Icon. The ship is home to the world's first floating water park, which is in part powered by food waste, trashed cardboard, and bio waste. They get converted into pellets that, when heated, give off steam that generates power. Royal Caribbean says it's already reduced food waste by about 33% across its fleet of 28 ships, saving tens of millions of dollars a year and literally tons of food. For CBS Mornings, I'm Chris Van Cleve, off the coast of the Bahamas.
Don't you just like the sound of that? I'm Chris Van.
So there you have it. Another innovation from the Mustard Drill's favorite cruise line, Royal Caribbean. I think it is super exciting. And of course, the inspiration for today's question.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's right. And speaking of Royal Caribbean, cruising on the high seas
and travel
has a booking right here. Scott, he is booked on the Booze Cruise 3.0 out of Tampa, October 25th through November 1st, 2025 on the Grandeur of the Seas.
Ooh, Grandeur.
Yes.
I was on Grandeur right before COVID and the shutdown. Grandure's she's a grand old ship, but certainly not my favorite.
And Amy said she hadn't had conch in over 20 years. We got to get some of that. And Amy also says, guess who's back in college? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yahoo.
That's right. And you spoke him up, baby. There go to Captain Billy J.
Oh,
Trout.
Lord, who let this guy?
Good morning.
I know. You know, I was just going to say the people that really have outstanding premieres, because I can't wait to Eddie come up with this birthday celebration. And that's what made me say these things is Cruise Nuts, Eddie, and Captain. Their premieres are just awesome. You know, I like them.
And Eddie is reminding everybody that it is Taco Tuesday. Celebrate accordingly.
Remember, there's nothing better on Taco Tuesday than
pepperoni,
sausage, and extra cheese on that taco.
Yep.
With a nice Coca-Cola or a glass of sangria, whichever you prefer.
Oh, and Captain says, thank you, Cheryl, for the kind words. Yep.
Oh, wait a minute.
Captain
said something nice back.
He did.
Wow.
I love his premiere.
Yeah, what's going on, Captain?
It might snow today. I don't know. And look, your friend and mine, Ocean to Ocean Travel, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Batman's in house.
And Amy says, tacos.
And we'll see you, Bruce, in October.
October, can't wait. I cannot wait for my blue iguana tacos and burritos.
I'm going to be there with you. Make sure that I'm there with you.
Yes, sir. PK Adventure Travel says, we did a 9-day New Year cruise on the Grandeur in 2022. And although a small and aged ship, the staff were the best we had ever had on any ship to date.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, so in my opinion, I agree with that. In my opinion, the staff on the Vision class ships, like I said, they're older, smaller, there's less to do there. So the staff are more focused, I think, in my opinion, more focused on a service and things like that or whatever. So Grandeur was sailing out of Baltimore at the time, and I know it's in Florida now. Vision, which is first in class for that class ship, has been sailing out of Baltimore since the restart, I believe. Pretty much the same ship. Definitely a relaxing cruise, to say the least.
And speaking of which, I wanted to piggyback off of what you said about the loungers. If you want open loungers, just jump on the Prima.
Oh,
okay.
God,
If you want open loungers, jump on the Prima. There was never a lack of loungers on that.
No, I was surprised at that
during the entire sailing. I loved it.
And let me piggyback on you. Up there where the splash pad is for the kids.
Pad for the kids. Deck 18.
Man, they have towels, pillows,
all
for
of that.
You to lay around watching
all
your
of that.
kids.
The pillows were a nice touch.
Oh God, yes.
If we were in complete shade, I probably would have passed out up there.
Oh, I could have.
Yeah, man. It's like up there by the splash pad.
Was empty seating.
Tons of open loungers.
Yes.
And yes, I did say the word snow. Rob, who is this person? Disturbing me during the show. Hang on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Till this evening. There we go. Oh, okay. Captain Billy J. Travel says the captain is always nice. I'm an angel like Danny D.
Oh, Danny D is my angel.
That's right. That's right.
My angel.
Yep. PK Adventure Travels agreeing with you, Scott, 100%. And Amy says, have we had enough snow yet? Well, we don't get snow here. If it does, it's an anomaly. Yeah. Like every 7 years, we might get some flurries
2021
or whatever. But in 2021, we did get a winter storm, and
we were snowed in with no electricity.
No electricity really made it bad. Oh, and Rob says Viva is the same way too. Lots of open loungers. I'm telling you.
I know.
NCL has changed my vision of what cruising.
And it's nice. You know what I liked? One of the things I liked about there was a towel on every chair.
Yes.
Right. A towel on every chair, so I didn't have to go get one.
Yep.
And the couple of times that I went off the ship, when I went to get a towel, I didn't have to check the towel in and out.
Right.
I just went and I got one. And when I came back, I put it back in.
Put it back in the bin.
And, and nobody knew if I had it or not.
Oh, and another nice touch I left off of all of the live streams, except for maybe one. And I want to reiterate this because this was really thoughtful of them. Whenever we came back from Cozumel, I'm sweaty naturally. We were in Cozumel. Okay. And they with a pair of tongs, they put a little rolled up
towel,
a little one, a washcloth in my hand, and it was ice cold. So you got a chance to, wipe your face down and cool off before getting back on the ship. I thought that was really cool and thoughtful.
If anybody ever handed me an ice cold towel in a tropical environment, I would pour gasoline on it and set fire to it.
Hey man, to each his own. But what I'm saying is that was a nice touch for me, the sweaty one.
I would burn it right there on the dock.
When's the last time Carnival ever did that? Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, you're right. Absolutely. This is what I've been telling you guys. I've known you, right?
Okay.
Y'all didn't say it from your soul.
I know.
Because if you had said it from your soul, we would have been on Norwegian or
There's a reason why, right? There's a reason why Royal Caribbean is my favorite cruise line.
Do they got cold towels too?
No, I don't think they do have cold towels. I mean, I mean, I am pleasantly surprised. Again, this time next week I will be on the NCL Getaway, and I'm hoping for, on a service side, I'm hoping for a very similar, if not identical, experience. So.
Captain Billy J says Scott wants some piping hot grape juice.
Yeah.
With the
Hey, listen, Captain, I'll tell you this, Captain. When I am in a place where fruity grape juice is appropriate, I don't care if it's hot or cold. I'm drinking it.
Yep. And Antoinette at Fun is laughing at what you said about the gasoline thing. Hello, friend. Welcome in.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in to the shenanigans. We always appreciate you coming in.
Yes.
Okay. Well, cruising in the high season travel says maybe in a cold place like Alaska, it's a hot towel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't look forward
in that
to
case.
that.
In that case, it better be a hot blanket.
I know, right?
Right.
Or maybe one of those Norwegian towels are huge.
Yes, they are huge.
Yeah, those Norwegian towels are really big. And let's see. Speaking of cruises and small ships, I know that Eddie has been talking about this cruise. But let's see if we can get him to share the details of Booze Cruise 2.0 with everybody today.
Of course.
Well, guess what? October 28th this year, leaving out of Tampa on the Carnival Paradise. We're going to be going on a 6-day cruise, leaving out of Tampa, going to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman. You want to come along? Get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel. Get your cabin going, put your deposit down, pay off the cruise by July this year, and be meeting us in October. I'm hoping to be there Saturday, 2 days before the cruise, to meet and greet everyone that is coming in to be part of the group. And all of us are going to be there. So come on. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time of a week. And plenty of Blue Iguana every morning, and we're gonna go live from the show. So definitely interesting. So come along, get in touch with Bruce, and come hang out with us. All right? Check out this video.
Booze Cruise 2024, hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls: Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And the Muster Drill has presented everybody with a question today. Do you waste more food on a cruise than at home?
The simple answer from me is, unfortunately, yes, I do. Right. Now, I don't obviously I don't waste food, kind of deliberately or anything. I mean, if I order something and I don't care for it, I'm, gonna not finish it. The same would be at home. If I made something at home or, got something at home and I didn't like it, I would be throwing it away also. So in that respect, it's no different for me. I am more likely to order a little bit more food on a cruise, obviously, than I am at home. And then, of course, it's one of those situations where my eyes are bigger than my stomach. So, and then, of course, I'm not finishing it all. So, I think that it's probably, I personally believe that is the case for most people. I'm certainly not proud of it. And I definitely don't try to be habitual about it. So,
Eddie?
Well, I do my best not to waste any. I really hate wasting food. So I try to cut down as much as I can. Even when I moved in with Alice 20-something years ago. I started being the one doing the shopping, the grocery shopping, and I'm doing the cooking in the house. So if there's anything left in one day that I do for dinner or lunch, it gets saved for the next day. And I make sure I eat it. Alice doesn't really like eating leftovers too much, but I do not mind. If something I like, I'll eat it. Now that I'm controlling my intake more, I'll be controlling more stuff. And on the ship, I try to get what I like first. If I want something else, then I go get it again. Even though I'm a big guy, I have learned to slow down and eat less. I did, unfortunately, in the Prima, I did wasted a plate of potatoes because I grabbed the potatoes before I taste one of them, and they were extremely spicy. And there's nothing I could have done to put them back or anything like that, because once I took them on the plate, unfortunately, they're gone. So I did wasted that plate, and I felt really bad about it. But I do my best not to. What I think also the cruise lines should do also, when you get to the buffet, the whole place is full of food already. They should cut down to half and replace a little bit at a time as people come in and start grabbing stuff. So this way, you get a better control. It takes a little longer. It might take a little, more time, and you got to be more patient to it. There's more stuff to eat anyway. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a lot of people that filled out the plates, and then, half of it is just left behind on the table. And it's sad, there's so many other people out there in the world that need food, mm-hmm. and we have it in front of us, and we waste a lot of it. So we just need to be conscious about it.
Yep. Well, here at the house, baby stays in cruise mode, so we don't cook too much. But whenever we do cook, we cook certain portions, for us and the kids, and boom, there's no food waste here at the house. On a cruise ship, on the other hand, we have a cruise cadence. Like if something fills up the plate, generally we'll split it, so that way there's no food waste. I did push a cup of gumbo away from me on the Prima because that was not gumbo. That I believe that was misrepresented, if you will, on the menu. They should have called it something else. But other than that, I try to order what looks good, but then sometimes it's not exactly what you think it's going to be. Even on the frog legs, I ate the frog legs, but they weren't what I expected. They were still good. I got a chance to eat a different version of frog legs, but still, they try to make things different on the cruise, and they tell you try something you've never tried before. Well, I will, but there's a side on Carnival called potato ganache or something like that. I didn't know what that was, but I like the main that came with it, but I wouldn't eat the side. And so that's pretty much how far my food waste goes.
I try not to waste food.
Mm-hmm.
I get what I want, and if they have a main entree and I don't want it, I'll get just sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask for just sides and from different things, from different.
Yep.
But I will eat my dessert. I like desserts.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like desserts. But I try not to waste. I do. I try not to waste.
And let's see, the Z Show Cruise Fund has come in. Good morning.
Good morning, Z.
Texas.
That's right, baby. Kathy Mills came in with an answer. I definitely waste more food on a cruise as I am willing to try new dishes and may not like them all. In the buffet, it's just easy to overfill my plate. Got to try all of the desserts.
So, I agree with all of that up to the point where in the buffet, I am less likely to overfill my plate because I know I can go back.
Right.
So in the buffet, I usually just put a few small things on my plate and not try it, because I always think to myself when I see these people in the buffet with these massively piled food
plates,
and I think to myself, why are you doing that? Right? I mean, if you're eating it all, fine, it's your business. But I just think to myself, why do that when you know you can keep going back, right?
Yep.
Put little small amounts on, go back and try everything. So
Tanisha says, I only get what I can eat at a specific time. I hate food being wasted. Yep.
Me too. But let me tell you, for those of you that we cruise Carnival, and you know how Carnival on the buffet will put the bacon on your plate on NCL. They just put the thing out there, the bacon, and it's piles of bacon, and you get your own bacon.
Unlimited
Oh
bacon.
my gosh, listen, our first sea day on Prima, I was in the buffet getting coffee, and I saw this little kid. His dad was right there next to him, and he grabbed the tongs and he picked up this massive entanglement of bacon. I mean, that there had to have been easily 25 or 30 slices of bacon kind of all fused together.
They
He
were
picked
fused
it
together.
up.
I saw
He
that.
picked it up and then let it go, and it fell and hit the floor. And his dad just looked at him for a moment, and I thought, all right, Scott, just grab your coffee and get the hell.
Get on.
It's best not to. Okay.
Because I wouldn't let Hannah get her food. I would get her food.
We do it for Hannah.
For Hannah, or any of the kids
That's the first, because I was thinking to myself, you know what, Dad, you were right there, man. You should have just did it.
Yeah.
And here's a good
my kid. Smack him in the head and make him pick it up and eat it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that part of it, but
Here's a good tip right here from the Cruise Nuts. A tip: grocery shop online. You save from browse shopping. You won't buy extra stuff.
We do that.
We do that too.
We shop online.
Yep.
We shop from the grocery store online. Just to stay out of the store.
And yes, Rob, gumbo, my favorite thing to eat, was on the menu. I got excited and ordered it. These guys were all here. Everybody you see was there with me, and they saw what was in my bowl. Now, I don't know if I could classify that as gumbo. Could you? No, it wasn't brown at all. It was a white sauce gumbo with no rice in it, just a bunch of fish and white sauce, thick sauce.
Yeah.
It wasn't gumbo. That's
when
what
I
it was.
sent my wife a picture of my dinner from the Commodore room, and she said, "So how are the grits?" And I said, "Well, listen, they weren't terrible. Didn't love them, but they weren't terrible." I said, "However, probably because Jeremy said those aren't grits; they're more like cheese mashed potatoes."
Right.
So I said, "So because they're, sounds like they weren't traditional grits or traditional cheesy grits, if there is such a thing."
There is.
Okay, so I'm saying. So I was like, so I take it from Jeremy that the reason why I probably thought it wasn't so bad is because it wasn't really grits, because I'm positive I don't like real grits.
Yeah, grits are gritty. They are gritty.
Antoinette says, I try my best. I try my hardest not to waste food. Yeah, us too.
Us too, Antoinette.
And PK Adventure Travels, thank you so much. This was a banana moment for me because I never know how to pronounce this. It says that word that I pronounced a while ago is pronounced Noki.
Noki.
Without the G.
Noki.
Yeah.
It's in Italian.
I think it's made from potato.
Yeah.
Noki.
I don't know. It was just terrible to me. I didn't like it. They were just dried.
Like a potato pasta or something like that.
Yeah, it was like this dried up potato tasting.
It's a buona mangia
on the plate.
Talking about.
I don't know, but it says, I love me some sausage and gnocchi soup.
Yes.
That sounds better to me than them just putting that stuff on a plate next to a piece of fish. It was like, I didn't know what it was. I tried it. I didn't like it. Maybe because it was Carnival. I don't know. But yeah.
Look what Leonard Family Fun said about
hang on. Sounds like chowder. Yes, this is what I'm saying. This needs to be reported. It does. It said seafood gumbo. Now, my idea of seafood gumbo is some rice down in the bottom of the bowl with a brown
That's your
soupy,
Louisiana taste.
with a brown soupy sauce, and you put whatever meat you want in there, and maybe some okra if you want it. That is my idea of gumbo. Okay, the traditional Louisiana gumbo. As I'm a purist whenever it comes to gumbo, believe me, I will judge the hell out of some gumbo. But what they brought me was white roux, no rice, with a bunch of fish in it, and it was gross. Okay, it really was. It was misadvertised at to say the very least. Somebody called the Gumbo Society now and report this mess. Yeah, that needs to be reported for real, for real. But otherwise, yeah, all of the food on the Prima was good except for that.
Very good. And Hannah even ate meat. It was so good.
Yep.
I'm surprised she didn't gain weight.
Right.
She did. She gained a little weight on this cruise. She did.
She does move around a lot.
Oh God, yes.
She's like a little ant jumping all over the place. So
all the time.
All the time. She's
all the
flipping,
time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Did you see the size of those sundaes at the local? Of course you were going to gain weight.
Oh God.
Yep. We had at least one a day.
I hate you all.
We at least had one of them a day.
We did.
Keep eating that stuff in front of me. I'm like, no, don't even look that way.
I know, right?
Me, Scott, Jeremy, Alice, we had a hot fudge sundae every night.
Yeah.
It was like this tall, right? Like massive, right?
They were huge.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. All right, Eddie, who is coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube? Good sir.
11 o'clock will be Mr. Darian with we're in the you know what I'm talking about. Cruise Adventures is also having a moment in the world is Darian's. Cruise Bed will be having a premiere from the Harmony, which I'm looking forward to. I'm going to be in the ship coming up in January. At noon, Mayhem and Miracles will be on. 1 o'clock, of course, Roy and Vicky's Travels.
Howdy.
Yes, 2 p.m. is 2 p.m. Hawkins Family Adventures. I believe maybe Think About might be on tonight at 7. Not sure, since she hasn't been on the in the chat today. And coming around at 9 p.m. tonight will be Ocean to Ocean Travel, and 10 p.m. Nautical Nurse Nancy.
Good lineup.
Yep. And yes, this is the correct way to look at gumbo. Yes, this is correct right here. Anything else is not gumbo.
Well, you see right here, seafood gumbo. What you got in the Prima was gumbo. I don't know what gumbo is.
It's very good.
It's definitely not what they served me. That's for sure.
To me, gumbo is spicy, and I will not touch it.
Some is, some not.
Most of the time, it is going to have that good kick to it where your nose starts running. In Louisiana, we have a saying: if your nose don't run, it's not seasoned.
In Louisiana, I hardly eat anything in Louisiana because of that.
Right.
And it's gonna be spicy, and no, I don't want to end up in the hospital.
I can't do spicy either.
No.
Yep. Yeah, if your nose don't run, it's not seasoned well enough. And on the Paradise, I may have some Cajun seasoning with me. We'll just have to see how that goes.
Hey, why not?
Yep. And I believe that will do it for today's show. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming in. We really, really appreciate your ongoing support for the show and also our channels. If you wouldn't mind doing us a big favor, hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never, ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.
Bye.